All right. I guess we back. It's Dante Soul Pepper. It's Pharaoh. Marquise is not fired. He's on vacation. His birthday coming up. Happy birthday.
Happy B-Day.
We're going to call this the FamilyPod.
At the family reunion.
Who we introducing? Who we introducing? This my cousin OG, and he say some wild shit.
His mom cooked chocolate cake, and that shit be hot.
Yeah.
That motherfucker be fired, nigga. I don't know.
So, dude. My brother Osiguy, my sister Courtni, man. That's who in here. Anybody got pre-pod thoughts?
The last pod, like, the last pod clips, man.
My life's easy, y'all. It's real fucking easy. Nah, see, I love you, but, like, don't be saying that shit no more. Please don't. We all got it hard.
I agree with y'all on the whole female word, but we're not getting into that.
Why not? Let's get into it. Is female disrespectful?
Listen, it's not that it's inherently disrespectful, it's the connotation behind it and the way that people be using it that I'm, like, not with.
I mean,
So, I feel like that word, it should be for bitch rather than female.
I mean, I don't like bitch either, but
I
same
agree
thing
with
goes
that.
with that.
But I feel like it's a context
I'd
thing
be
as
like,
well.
this is my female
Yeah.
friend, such and such. Like,
But, like-
I'm not meaning it in like, oh, this is,
Yeah.
she's an animal. I'm not trying to.
But if I'm
But
already
if I be
giving
like,
you,
this is my girlfriend, then people are gonna think like, oh, we're together. No, this is my female friend.
but if I'm like degrading you in a tone, okay, yeah, I can see how it can be condescending or rude if I'm calling you a female. But if I'm just like, oh, it's that female over there, you a female, are you not?
See, and I just feel like you can use the word woman and a
It's
lot
the
of
same.
times. But, like, when you say, oh, this is my female friend, I'm not tripping all of that. But what I'm saying is most of the connotation, people are like, oh, those females. It's like, that's a bit odd.
That and the scenario I feel like she really should have used is like if you working in like a customer service scenario where somebody would be like, you don't know shit, you're a female, especially like depending on the field.
Right.
That's when I feel like it should be disrespectful. But I really think female is almost on the bottom tier of like the offensive list that we really should have started somewhere else.
Right.
I mean, yeah, it's at the bottom. It's not the worst word you can say. You mentioned bitch. There's certain instances where bitch is okay. If I talk
That's
about
my
my
bitch.
yeah, if I talk about my hungry, yeah, that's my bitch. That's fine. If my boyfriend calls me his bitch, we have an issue. That's crazy.
But
Hold
it
on.
depends on the female.
Yeah, because
Like,
some
some
females
females are
like,
okay with
yeah, call me your bitch. Like, if we in public and you talking to your homeboys and you claiming me, say that's my bitch or some type of shit like that.
You know, and see again, context and connotation.
Yeah, so I'm like, it's different strokes for different folks, and I don't think you should put a situation that happened, like one situation, and put it on every situation. That's the problem is she may have heard that in certain instances, like in her job, female is put like this, but like, so when I use it, it's not said like that. Why are you mad at me?
All right, I shouldn't have tiptoed my life because you can't handle your triggers. I'm sorry. I'm just keeping it
That's
real.
low-key bars, though. As funny as it is.
That's fair,
Sitting at the
unfortunately.
tiptoe my life because you can't handle your triggers. That was bars.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so I think that like what they were trying to say is like the connotation in which we hear female the most is usually in a disrespectful tone. It's not like y'all because Cameron called me female a few times and I was just like, but it's Cameron. I know he ain't disrespecting me.
And I do say male.
That
It
was
funny,
something.
when we was talking about like the last pod, like it was in a group chat, and somebody was like, "Oh well, Chelsea could come back," and I was like, "No, I'd rather have a male." Pause. But
Yeah, I was like super positive.
Yeah, I said male though, like, because I'm
Oh,
like,
Mace, don't come after
And
us.
like, I think, because my point was the dudes who are saying females in that connotation, they're never saying males in that connotation. Like, when they're about to come to and talk about females, they're like, oh, that female and this, that, the third. They're not gonna when they're dude or they're nigga, you know, they're homeboy says something, they don't ever call them male. And I'm like, see, that's kind of where I'm like, y'all are trying to say that it's something that it's not. Like, y'all are trying to be like, oh, female's not that bad. But it's like, so why do you not refer to your men, your homeboys, your homegirls as male? That's kind of weird.
This is why I should have got specific, though, because to your point, I understand. And I think that's a certain group of men who, like, look at men higher than women.
Right.
So that's why I think if she would have elaborated on that a lot better, I would have been with her. I felt that way about Sierra, too. If she would have elaborated on why men actually have it easier than women and didn't go straight to her baby dad and would have just been like, you know, if she would have went to abortion laws, salaries, whatever, I would have been with it. But, like, just because you chose to fuck with a fuck nigga, like, that's not a, you know what I mean?
Right.
I can't
I didn't
get
finish that pod, so
I can't get,
speak on that part.
Yeah, don't finish it.
He said don't finish it. That's crazy.
That's wild.
Give us a view, you know what I'm saying?
Did y'all hear the Schoolboy Q album? That's another pre-pod thought.
Oh, no, yeah, I need to get that.
I heard it
and do it.
I like it a lot. Like, I'm really into like art, and I feel like this was an art piece, a very thought out art piece that he did. And he has a lot of, you could tell that he's an older person, like now. Like,
You can hear the maturity in the music, yes.
Yeah.
so
Nah, man.
you could tell, but he's still schoolboy, but he's just growing as a human, as a person, and I'm all for that.
Man, I love all Schoolboy projects, so just hearing that and the growth, I feel like I'm going to love this album just as much as the other ones, honestly.
And even talking about albums, what do you think about the Vultures?
Me?
Yeah.
Me?
What
yeah,
was that?
Y'all go ahead.
That's the Kanye
album.
Ty Dolla Sign.
I haven't listened to Kanye West since Kids See Ghosts. That was the last time I had dealings with that man.
This one is actually fire, though.
Yeah, I like it. I haven't finished it all the way. I think I'm on like track 8. But like so far, as far as just like a project altogether, it's good. But him rapping, I mean, yeah, Kanye ain't been rapping since Pick an Album.
Since
He
Kids See
showed
Ghosts.
glimpses. He showed glimpses of like Burn. You listen to Burn. You listen to Keys to My Life. You listen to like certain songs. He's showing you like he can still
give you a couple bars.
His pen is still working, and the production level is just crazy. And
His pen is still working, but like this is always the issue with Kanye. He always want to pick and choose when he want to do something. So you can give me Burn and Keys to My Life, but then when I hear boom, and that's like one of your punchlines, I'm like, nigga, come on. He was the weak point in his own album. The production was amazing. Ty Dolla Sign was amazing. All the features, 10 out of 10. Kanye was the weak point of his own album.
so where do you put this? Like, because you said it's almost like he was childish in a lot of the album. So would you rather listen to this than the Drake album?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But, like, his childish and Drake's childish is different. Drake is making music for 12-year-olds. Kanye just sounded like he was writing first-grade raps. So it's different. Like, for you to just be saying, boom, like, the song was dope, but, like, that was just weird. Whereas, like, Drake is literally making music for junior high kids.
Yeah.
So it's, with the childish, it's way different. Like, at least Kanye, like you say, when Kanye's glimpses in this album versus Drake's glimpses in that album, it's not even close.
I don't even think I finished that Drake album, honestly. I think I got like track 4 and was done because I couldn't handle that. I just couldn't. I was just done with it.
He said he couldn't handle it.
I'm getting sick and tired of Drake, honestly.
I'm telling you.
Oh, that should get into that.
Yeah, we could, because that wasn't even the first topic. But
It wasn't the first topic, though.
yeah,
So
we
sick
can
of
go ahead.
Drake.
It's the greatest segue.
Yeah, why you sick of Drake? What's wrong with Drake? You said why Drake is a bitch.
Drake is being a
I ain't gonna
bitch.
call you no bitch, but hey, like, you know what I'm saying?
Drake has been being a bitch, and I think my issue is I want to know less about celebrities, and Drake won't stop telling us stuff, and that's what's bothering me. Like,
So he's snitching.
he's not necessarily snitching because he's just doing self stuff. Like, he talked about earlier how he was kind of embarrassed that his baby mama did porn, which is just wild to me. Because why were you having sex with somebody raw, a porn star raw? That's crazy. That right there is crazy. A woman who
I
does
can tell you
porn,
why.
you're doing that without a condom? That's crazy.
I can tell you.
So I'm like, you were embarrassed by that. that, but you were embarrassed to lay in bed with her. That's crazy.
It's like he glorifying his mistakes and that he can be better to do those mistakes and he wants sympathy for it, is how I feel that you're trying to explain that. And like, we all make mistakes. Yeah, man, you slept with a stripper. Shoot, it probably was awesome. Hope you had a great time. But yeah, man, you took an L on that because she's a stripper, of course. Just like any regular nigga.
Okay, but hold up though. Like, why is that an L? Like, what if that's really what he wanted to do? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, what if he was like, damn, I always wanted to hit this porn star, and he finally did it.
I mean, that could be a goal, but I'm just like, you're Drake. You should have a little bit more respect for yourself to at least use a condom, my dude. Like like you weren't embarrassed enough to not nut in her.
I think by the only thing I'm trying to say this without being disrespectful to Drake,
Right.
but I almost think like by what we hear in Drake's music, to expect this man to have a moral high ground, I feel like I'm almost set myself up for failure.
You know,
To be completely,
that's fair.
to be
He was-
completely
That's
honest,
fair.
I'm not looking at Drake for no moral high ground. I'm looking for Drake because he just makes better music than 96% of people. But but I would never, my lifestyle would never been contingent with Drake, ever in my life. Like, it was kind of relatable, like when we was the high school and junior high kids and he first came out. It was relating to us. But I remember saying this on a previous pod, like even when Hunter was still on the pod. Drake's problem is the older he gets, his music stays in that age range. So then, like, it almost alienates us, and the next kids be like, "No, Drake is the GOAT." So, but like, I can't look at him for no moral high ground when he's gonna stay in childish lanes.
I mean, is that a problem, staying in childish lanes?
I think
for
that's the issue, because ain't he like 40 and he's like, I think that's the issue I'm having with him. I'm like, grow up. Like, are you gonna grow a little bit? Or are you just gonna be this fuck boy forever? You just gonna be in your feelings forever? I'm like, I wanted to see some maturity with Drake, and you know, I guess that's on me. I should have lowered my expectations because he has been telling us he ain't shit from the beginning. So I mean,
Fuck that nigga
Like
that you.
Marvin
Dirty
Dream's a
Mac
great
anthems.
song, but that's crazy. That is a wild. That's wild.
Yeah, I just think with Drake is just music. Like, that's the only thing I could take from Drake. Like, damn, he makes some good music.
Yeah, so and you just don't want to know about celebrities. Like, does he out any other celebrities that you just didn't want to hear about their lives?
It's like all celebrities. It's just like, why do we care at this moment, you know?
I think I just need to hear less from celebrities in general. Like, I don't need, when it comes to Drake in particular, like, this man's on Instagram saying free Tory, which is wild to me because didn't you have beef with him for how long? Didn't you say he wanted to be you and then y'all became friends? And now it's free Tory even though that nigga guilty? Like, it's a little bit weird.
I mean, guilty.
I mean, he's in prison, man. That's guilty.
I mean, you can say that's a fact. Yeah, he is in prison. Sound like poor representation, but hey.
I think, like I'm saying, I don't know. When it comes to Drake and the moral high ground, and in my head, I do think it's weird that he always do be involving himself in women beef. That's what makes it weird. It almost shows how feminine he really can be.
So, is him being a bitch always been something?
Yes.
That's why he had partners around him.
So,
I don't know if I personally would call him a bitch, but I'm just saying, like, he just lives a different lifestyle morally than I would ever follow.
and I think we had a conversation. I was like, I think people will say they have emotional intelligence because they could explain their emotions, but I don't think it's intelligent how you handle it. It's how you handle your emotions after. You could be like, I'm mad, but if you go, fuck a porn star raw, then you'd be like, is that really the way to handle that emotion? Or I'm sad with this chick. Is that the way to handle this emotion? So that's not emotional maturity to me. So I think it's almost the same as I said as Kanye. We put too much validity into certain people that are just people, but because they're in front of a screen, we make it way bigger. We turn them to Andre the Giant because they're in a screen and in the limelight.
Y'all got anything else? Shit.
I was gonna
Go on,
say,
then.
I feel like because you are in the limelight, it feels like you do have some type of responsibility to do something better. Like, and when it comes to my whole point of Drake being a bitch, like Cameron said, he doesn't involve himself in women's business. He took how long to address Meek Mill, but was over here making lines about Megan Thee Stallion for what reason? Like, why you got beef with her? Like, it's certain things, or how he dissed Rihanna and ASAP. Like, why? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
This is none of your business, and you mad about people continuing to live their lives outside of, like, I'm confused about it, honestly.
Yeah, there's no growth in him as a person.
Right.
And I think that's why he's even able to still make music contingent to 15-year-olds because he won't grow up.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can see it.
Yeah, he just,
And I could almost see where you were saying like this album isn't gonna last long, because I'm not listening to the album anymore.
Nah, man.
yeah, that shit sucked, man. I think after the hype died down, like I'm like, that album trash.
But I think a lot of albums are like they're not living with me. Like only a certain few. Like I think this Vultures album is gonna live with me longer than the Drake album. And like,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought Travis Scott was a good album, but I haven't listened to that album in a minute.
I didn't even
I
listen to
listened to
that.
Killer Mike still.
So that's what I need to listen to. Like I didn't even listen to him. Then they gave him an award, and I'm like, dang, he is still making music. Thought he was just producing. So need to go give that a listen.
Yeah, that album fire.
That album is
Just when it comes to Fraud of Dogs, like I'm saying, that shit's so childish, bro. Like that, it was over with. The production was childish. What he was saying was childish. And then it's just what she's just trying to say, like just the toxicity in the album. Like you talking about Rihanna and ASAP for what? Like, you know what I'm saying?
talking
Cause you
about
mad
Hailey
you
Bieber.
didn't wife her when you had the chance. Come on, man.
To an extent, I feel like Drake is a bit mad that he has never gotten a girlfriend or a woman associated with him that's to his caliber. He's never had no Kim Kardashian. He's never had a Nicki. He's never had, big names. And I feel like that might hurt his ego a little bit. And that might be why we still get Drake, who's a child.
Man,
I think he's had that, but he's
he ain't locked it down.
never locked one down.
Yeah, he wasn't able to keep it because of how he be acting. Because of how he be acting. Too busy flashing his meat.
Pause.
Oh, super
Nigga too busy
pause.
laying down flashing his meat. He ain't even trying to do no self work. He too busy in the mirror flopping his shit around.
Hey,
What'd you think Meek Mill thought when he saw that? Meek Mill and P. Diddy trying to throw a party when they want to throw a party.
Hey,
Daddy.
Yeah, I like it when you like this, Daddy.
P. Diddy was like, hey, I saw that video. We gotta go shopping, boy.
They stopped. He tried to squash the beef as soon as he saw that video. He said, "Hey, wait a minute, I got
don't
beef
care
with the
about-
wrong nigga."
I don't care about 4 p.m. in Calabasas and all that, man.
said,
Watch that right now.
I
know
ain't worried about
Just do
that.
what you did in that video.
No, I threw a bottle at you, but I'm gonna give you this bottle to drink.
He said, "I ain't worried about that beat. I'm trying to beat."
You said it was for all the dogs, right?
Oh
Balls.
shit. Somebody had on here a grocery store.
What the hell?
The other day, man, I had my son in the cart, and I could see myself like as a kid, and then as an adult, it's almost like a chore to go to the damn grocery store. Like, I remember used to ask my mom for shit, and now I can see like, damn, my mom might not had that
Right.
to even give me that. Like man, everybody else got Lunchables. Why can't I get these and shit? So I just see like, the coming of age type shit.
Especially becoming a parent, man. That we got food at home. It's the best line.
Or McDonald's at home.
Yeah, you got McDonald's money. Swear to God. Now you think about it, just be like, man, yeah, we probably just didn't have the money at that time. I'm sorry for having an attitude after having asked for McDonald's. Being a little badass kid.
You know what I'm saying? You want to go to the toy section, you think you're going to get something, but you really don't. Like,
Right?
and then, like, it'd be a chore for me to go to this. Like, sometimes I get off work and shit, I just want to go home.
I think I might be alone on this because I've always liked going to the grocery store.
Like, I like it, but if you tired and
Afterward,
gotta work, you be like, shit.
See, you know, this might change once I do become a parent, but like I've been going to the grocery store about 8 a.m. on a Sunday, put in my headphones, I have my list,
yeah.
have a podcast on, I'm chilling.
Change your alarm clock to 11 o'clock right now, and you'll be set.
I'll be waking up at about 4:30. It's crazy.
I'm telling you right now, you're going to wake up at 4. You're going to wake up at that 8, but set your alarm clock for 11, and that's when you're going to get up.
So
Behind the scenes, Cam is fucking with that, fucking with Mother Nature right now.
the wind is wild.
You know what I mean?
Fucking with
Mother Nature right now. She fucking the shit out this nigga, pause. But no, like I have my son in the cart, man. He wanted a fruit leather and all types of shit. I'm forgetting because I'm trying to scan items and shit, and I'm like, man, this is like a job now. Sometimes, like going to the store, and I like to cook and shit. So like, I like getting shit, but it's like sometimes it's a job. And I remember when I was a kid, and he was like, "You want to go to the store?" Yeah, and it was exciting and shit.
See, when I read it, grocery store as a kid versus grocery store as an adult, I took it as the fact that it's almost the same feeling, except for I'm the one who got to pay for the shit now. Yeah, but I'm saying I took it the same way, but instead, like, I'm the one who got to pay for the shit now.
Right.
So you excited every time you go to the store?
I'm not excited, but I don't think I was ever excited.
Nah, I
So
wasn't
your mom
either.
was like, "You want to stay home or go to the store?" You like, "I want to go to the store."
Well, I just wanted to go because my mom was going. I wasn't trying to go to the store. Oh, I should close that too. Mother Nature fucking me.
No, I think that's it too. I was just excited to go to the store as a kid with my grandma, but we were real strict. Don't ask for nothing, you ain't getting nothing. Okay. Kind of kept it at that, but as an adult, I mean, it's chill.
Yeah.
Like I said, I put on my headphones. I'm walking around with my list. I'm chilling.
Are you ready to like? Because when you have your kid, are you ready to say the things that like your grandma said to you? Like you don't ask for nothing.
Nah, because I realized the situation I was in as a kid. I kind of knew we didn't have it like that from an early age, but like I'm really good at couponing and stuff. I'm kind of nerdy like that, so I be saving deals. It doesn't cost much to eat, and sometimes I be going to 3 or 4 different grocery stores to get a good deal. So I'm like, I'm okay. You can probably get 1 thing, 2 things.
I mean, it just depends on the financial situation when I'm going to the store.
No, see, my kids, I always spoil them,
Same.
and then I could see how it turns into almost like this is the president now. Like I got it. I'm about to get something. So like, even as a parent, you got to see that. Like, you start spoiling them, they're gonna be spoiled teenagers and turn into spoiled adults. So you gotta like
Gotta balance it.
balance it out. It's a balance with everything.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm gonna be fine at not spoiling my kids because the way I be treating my friends' kids right now, it's like, hey, you can put that back. I'm not paying for that. Your mama said no. So I'm already like that with my friends' kids in the store. So I feel like I'll be fine.
He said, no, you think it's sweet over here with your auntie? Nah, fam. Throw that shit back.
I'll get them little things here and there, but I'm
Nah,
not
this-
breeding them to think that I'll do it every time.
It's different from being auntie and then just being a parent.
I know I say all this now, but who
Because
knows?
once you fall in love with that kid, as soon as they hit you with that
Yourself,
phase, I want it, please. All right, fuck, come on, get it, let's go.
Like, I think it's crazy almost getting mad at my kid for some shit I did when I was a kid.
That too.
Like,
I just smile and laugh, like be like, damn.
I'm the type.
All right.
I was the type of kid. You could tell me something, but I'm gonna hit my head on this wall if I really want to. If I really want to do it, Like, I'm gonna figure it out. Devin gonna do what he want to do at the end of the day. So,
I'm gonna get that snack.
you know what I mean? So, I could see it like in my son. I'd be like, man, don't do that. Turn around and he doing it. I'm like, he got it honest. Should I get mad at him? I don't know. So that's kind of, but I'm trying to break cycles. I'm trying to make it be better than me.
And you just gotta laugh and be like, don't do that, man. I know better. I used to do that too. And just pray for the best so they get the message.
Yeah, I pray that they don't gotta learn the lesson the same way you learned it almost. Yeah, it's almost like
Pray that he don't got no come to find out stories. You know what I mean? I gotta pray you don't have these life.
he gonna be on the pod. I got a story just like my daddy's.
Let me tell you this.
Back in that pod from 2023. It's gonna be like 2040 something.
Dad told me not to do it, but I did it anyway. And ended up just like him.
He said, Dad told me not to do that, but I saw him on the pod talk about he was at the park with his jeans to the ankles.
Had the rubber bands on.
I had to do the same thing.
The motherfucking camo shorts like Wiz Khalifa out there. Man.
This might be a good question. What will attract someone more, money or status?
Status.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel like it's status.
I think it's status. Yeah.
Because money's going to come with the status.
yeah, I think it's status. I know bitches that done fuck Petey Pablo and shit, and these niggas ain't got no money. You know? Like, he came back I was like, you ain't had a hit since 04. What we talking
Every
about?
Yin Yang Twins concert talking about, whoa.
And this nigga going to McDonald's just like you.
Right.
I think money, just because you have money don't mean nothing. Because you could be a cheap motherfucker. You cannot spend a dime on me and have 6 figures in your bank account at all times. So I like status.
Yeah, that's what most people like. But me, myself, I do like the money, but most people, they just, to keep them and to be around, they like the status. Because all these famous people, all the NBA players, about 80% of them who got a girl that's their main chick, they fucking something else in these other states. You can't tell me they're not. And just because them chicks got status, they staying with them. Look at all the basketball wives and all these TV shows. They all got companies and stuff off the basketball dudes and they status. And half of them dudes that they was married to ain't even relevant no more.
So let me ask you like this. Would you rather, if someone cheated on you, would you be more mad if they had money or status?
I'd be more mad if they had status because now you're embarrassing me in public and I don't like that.
I'm just mad. Like, get the fuck away from me. Why you cheating on me?
I ain't gonna lie. It might depend on who it was. I'm not gonna lie.
So if she go fuck Petey Pablo, what you thinking?
Then I'm gonna be like, wow, like that's mad crazy.
But what if she
Like,
go fuck Lil Flip?
I'm gonna still think the same thing. Like that's mad crazy. And shout out Lil Flip, man. When I was younger, I hated Lil Flip, but like the older I get, the more I'm like, yeah, that was probably from that T.I. shit, and like he really is a independent underground legend. Shout out Lil Flip. But if he smashed my girl, I'll be hot. Still, go to ASAP Rocky or something. Then I'll be like, all right.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm going to call somebody.
What are we talking
Even
about?
if it's ASAP Rocky, like, fuck that bitch, why you cheating?
No, I'm like,
That's fair, 'cause,
You're right,
like,
but I'm saying like if it was either or, like I was like, go to ASAP Rocky or something, and I'll be like, all right.
I'll be like, all right,
That's
cool,
fair.
yeah, it's ASAP Rocky, but you still single now. Go have him, go have him take care of you.
Do you give your girls any hall passes? Any like, okay, it's that celebrity or it's that person, I get it.
Nah, because you should be solid, like, for real. Like, why are we in a relationship? If anything, let's have an open relationship then. Then you have all the hall passes in the world, and so do I.
Folding for a celebrity is kind of crazy though. On both sides. Like I get it if you do have the hall pass and it's a celebrity, because a lot of the times like the hall pass is like somebody that you probably never be in contact with. Like if my hall pass was Rihanna, what are the chances I'm running into Rihanna? Like you know what I'm saying? So I think that's where like the hall pass thing actually comes from. But like if you had a real hall pass or like somebody that like you could actually see, like so, on this different podcast I be watching, they use like Ruby Rose as an example. It was like, yo, if that's your hall pass, like you wasting the hall pass.
Right.
And like I kind of agree with that.
So I mean, like, okay, say they give you this hall pass, you smash the hall pass. and now they mad. Could they really be mad?
Nah.
Nah.
Like if
Why you giving me a hall pass?
if my hall pass is Bia, and I run into a Bia concert, and she's like, "Oh, this is a young fly nigga," and then I got the pants down to the ankles backstage in the green room. She was like, "Where you at the whole time?" Shit, where you think I was
Bia?
at?
Yeah,
I was
Bia.
getting my hall pass in, and now she mad. I'm like, "How you be mad? You gave me the hall pass."
Yeah, no. If you establish that, y'all communicated about that, and it happens, you can't be mad. It's
I'm with Cameron. I think your hall pass is usually somebody who's like not obtainable. Somebody.
Well,
If somebody
they
that's
thought that was unattainable for me to hit Bia, and then I go to the Bia concert and I got on some shit, and she like, "Oh, this young nigga coming on stage with me."
But I almost just feel like if that was your all pass and they thought it was unattainable, then it should be going higher. Like y'all should have this conversation. Like, nah, you got to be like this celebrity. Like somebody's hall pass out there is probably Beyonce. What are the chances of that? 0.00001%.
like my man's hall pass is Alicia Keys, and I'm like, you know what? Whatever.
Yeah.
That ain't gonna happen.
Same thing. What are the chances of that? 0.00001%.
If he happens to come up on that 0.001%, hey man, I didn't think it could happen. I guess that's on me. That's on me. I'm not mad.
So he doesn't have to sleep on the couch with.
Nah, I mean he might need to sleep, not in my bed, but like
So
just
now
for that
you're
night.
mad. That's the
I'm
thing,
not mad. I'm just saying, give me a day. You're cool.
This woman on fire. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, after it happened, though, you think he coming back that night? Because, I mean, let's be honest, if it was me and I
He
had
had
a hall
enough
pass.
respect to come back home.
Nah, I'm
and
not.
spend it with the star.
Nah, it's a hall pass.
should
Just
appreciate that.
give me the night to, get over the shock, and then we good. We cool.
Nah, I'm not coming back home, though, if I got a hall pass. It's the hall pass for the night. What am I coming home for?
He come back the next morning.
Hey, babe, I used my hall pass. It was Beyonce. She called me to the Beehive. I got some honey.
Man, that's crazy.
I mean, he got a point. I guess if you're going to do it, maximize it.
So when you get your hall pass or you cheat, you don't come home.
I mean, why would you? To fuck up your night and her night because she going to flip on you?
Right.
Like she said, I got to sleep on the couch now?
You pop in at 3 a.m. Yo, guess what I just did? You never believe who I just happened to run into.
My hall
Right.
pass.
Alicia Keys was at Keys on Main playing the piano.
I'm gonna need some time to just get over the shock. First, I'm gonna need some type of proof. Y'all got a selfie before it happened, because how'd you
Shit,
that happen?
I got the video. Hold on.
Y'all gotta have video evidence.
I didn't say video. I said y'all got a selfie
we
before
about
this
to-
took
about to
place. Just
revel
let me
in
I
know.
this.
gotta have a picture of the cheeks like this.
Right, you know what I'm saying? We got to revel in this for a minute, you know what I'm saying?
I
don't think it's.
I gotta have a real smacking and shit.
I think it's not valid to stay mad. I should have said that. To be a little mad at first, I get it, but I don't think it's valid to stay mad.
I can agree
So
with
he
that.
can't. So after Alicia Keys, he can't sleep in the bed. So should he even come home?
He should come home. Just sleep somewhere else. That's fine.
See, as a
Because
nigga,
you gonna be gone all night. I'm not hearing you on where you were. Unfortunately, I'm not. I'm not. The way I'm set up, you come home 6 a.m. I'm
feel
resorting to violence.
I feel that, but like, what if it was like, oh,
What
babe,
happened if he kept
Alicia Keys here.
communication during this whole time?
yeah, like,
Okay,
Alicia
communication's
Keys here.
completely different.
She done fed me. I got you. I even got you a purse, man. You know what I mean?
Look, she signed the album. You know?
Then in that case, this is far-fetched, man, as it is. But like, I'm like thinking way too much about this. But nah, I'm just saying, come home at a decent hour. If you come home at 6 a.m., I'm not hearing you out.
So I can't wear out my hall pass.
Right.
Like I can't just go in three rounds with the hall pass.
I mean, if you do them quick.
I can't honey pack the hall pass.
Honey pack. You can't get the blue chew or nothing, huh?
This might be the only time I do this. I'm trying to to live this moment for life.
I think it was that same pod I was watching. I think it was Rory and Maul that was actually saying it about the hall pass joint. And then somebody was like, but what if you hit the hall pass and it was trash? It's like, so like, should you get like a multiple time hall pass?
Nah. It's not my fault your hall pass was
What happens
trash.
if I got a new goal now? Like, what happens if after I hit Alicia Keys, I want
Then that
reorder or some shit?
Nah, then now you got it. Now it's over with. At that point, it's over with. You use your hall pass, and you don't get another one. You can't get another hall.
like I
pass.
said, but
If I got my hall pass, I try to stay with the
But
hall
like I
pass.
said, it's all down to communication. Because if y'all communicate, we got 3 hall passes. Okay, you got the 3, but
Wait,
that's
would
3 is
y'all try
gone.
to- What happened if you had a good time with the hall pass? Would you try to stay with the hall pass and leave your life behind?
See, that's the problem with hall passes and everything in this situation. That right there.
Yeah, I was about to say, nah, that sounds morally incorrect.
It
So
do.
what happened if
But that's the thing.
what's shorty that got the baby with Playboy Cardi?
Iggy Azalea,
What happened with Iggy Azalea? You had a great time with Iggy. You know what I mean?
I still gotta go home. Like, what are you talking about?
I call you like Cameron.
I-
You like come through the new classic. The new classics over here.
You still gotta go. You still gotta go
Still gotta-
home. Like that ain't.
If I got a
that ain't
great
right.
thing at home, why am I gonna ruin that for my hall pass?
Because like, let's
I'll
say,
be holding Onyx like this.
please, because on the other end of that, like if my chick did that, where she had a hall pass and it was just like, yo, I gotta break up with you because I'm trying to get with such and such. All right,
You might make
now the
the,
nigga dead.
you
Now
might
the
make
nigga's
the best
dead.
music of your life.
Please, I ain't gonna be making no music. I'm gonna go do that little scam we was just talking about, and that's the amount of money that's gonna be on that nigga's head, and he gonna be dead.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, the hall pass one time thing.
She fucking with Tatum and shit. You know what I mean? You
No,
get free
but that's-
tickets to the game.
But that's the
Please,
point. But that's
Tatum will
another
never
reason
do a
why.
sidestep again in his
I
life.
swear. But that's another reason why people shouldn't be having hall passes right there. Because like we just said with the status thing, okay, you sleep with someone with status, you threw it on them, and now they want you. And you about to leave me? Get out of here. Y'all both dead.
Yep. OJ Simpson, dog. Like, I'm with him.
And I ain't
You know,
confessing to
the
OJ.
white
Ain't
Bronco
nothing.
go down the street. Oh man.
Man, got the gloves and everything. Y'all know that.
That's when I would be making. That's when I would be making the best music of my life. After I killed them niggas.
This nigga Melly.
I killed them. I'm
You
telling you.
YNW Melly. You talking about? I put him in the truck.
I really would, and then I would just make a whole album called Allegedly.
Oh, you tell it on yourself.
Shit, like 20 songs. I'm telling the whole story.
So do you blame like OJ to write the book and R. Kelly to
Nah,
make
he
the song?
gonna be on the first track feature. No confessions. Don't confess about nothing.
Oh, that would actually be dope, huh? If I get OJ to narrate the album, OJ narrate my whole murder album, boy, that'd be crazy.
He probably get hype off that shit. You know what I mean?
He finally admitted, you did it too?
Nigga, don't tell nobody.
But this is how I did it. So you should have did it like that. So
Yeah.
This nigga was breaking in, stealing his own shit in the museum and shit.
I
This
mean-
nigga got away with one thing, thought he could get away with anything.
I
Got away
mean,
with murder, thought
to
he
his
could get
to
away-
his credit, I probably would did the same shit. I mean, nigga, that was my history. I did that. Give me my shit back. Fuck wrong with you?
As far as I know, he didn't do it, so I don't know if we'll go deeper than that. OJ didn't do it.
OJ didn't do it. Tory
Everybody
did
think
do
he went to
it.
jail for murder. He went to jail for stealing his own shit.
Yeah, when he was in there for like mad years, it
He was
was.
doing some shit, but he did have to pay that family because they went to civil court, and so they made him pay the family. But
I didn't know all that.
yeah, but hey,
Shout out
I
to
killed-
OJ, man.
Yeah, shout out OJ. Hey
The
man,
OJ Broncos.
a body
went
for
up
some
like
money.
3%.
That's some hard shit right there. You a G for that.
I ain't even fuck with OJ, low key. I don't like him like that. I'm gonna cut that out because I might be the next nigga dead now.
We can't get him on the podcast like Cam and Mason shit, man.
Hey, that would actually be dope if we got OJ on the pod.
Pretty dope as hell.
But see, what would you ask him? If OJ was on, if you had one question to ask this man, would you really ask him if he did it, or like, you know what I mean? Like, what would you ask him?
Nah, I'll be like, OJ, let me get that playbook. I might need it in the future.
What would you ask him?
I'd ask him, how'd he stay relevant this long? Because, I mean, it was just one trial.
Well, it was a big deal. He had all the biggest lawyers.
When did,
Yeah.
when
And
did
he
this
did have
happen?
the
'Cause I think I
Kardashian
wasn't born
family
yet.
too.
I think somewhere between 89 and 91, whenever the Rodney King joint happened. Because that's exactly why I don't like OJ, because they use that as an issue to even get him off.
Right.
See, and I think, okay, that goes back to, I was told my whole life that OJ didn't do it. So I just was like, okay. It was just a joke that I never looked into.
Now, OJ, you know you Chloe daddy, so go ahead and put that out.
But even if that was done in like the 90s,
Oh, my bad. It was 95. October 3rd, 1995 is when the date decided. So it probably was going on for a few years.
Yeah.
The trial
Okay.
spanned 11 months from November 9th, 94 to October 3rd, 95.
Damn, I was 3 years old.
Yeah, I thought that was
It was
before we was
negative
alive.
3.
I'm actually shocked. I for sure thought that was before
Well,
we
the
was alive.
riots, what was that, 92?
Mm-hmm.
I was born in 92.
Yeah.
At the end.
Yeah, I thought that was before we was alive. Damn.
yeah, no, I was -3.
Damn, man.
So,
I was getting my diaper changed while this nigga was killing people.
Could you just imagine like being that time, like if we was like if you was a parent at that time, you just change your kid's diaper, you turn over and see the news, and this nigga's just on the freeway going crazy.
I just put a parlay on this nigga.
That shit would be wild. Like you
I
just
put a
sitting there
player
watching
prop on him. Now he ain't even gonna
That's-
hit it. You know what I mean?
It was just wild how history changed, because like now people can't get away with that shit, like because there's cameras everywhere. Like back in the day, motherfuckers was dying left and right.
I've been listening to the murder podcasts and stuff. All of them be happening in the 70s, 80s, 90s because they just did not have
People was
security.
just disappearing, yeah. But now there's cameras everywhere. I can walk down the block and you see me on 5 different
mental
cameras.
health wasn't as high as it is now. Like
That too.
mental awareness and mental health. So motherfuckers went crazy in real life with no cell phones and shit. So
Seeing
niggas was
red,
dead
right?
in the backwoods of.
I mean, I think people would still be going crazy. I mean, we got school shootings all the time, but,
True,
you know, they found another way to commit violence.
right? Because they know if they in the school, it's easier to just kill some kids, and if I want to off myself, I can off myself right there.
You know what's wild? Not to even bring it to like a gun political conversation, but what's more wild is the fact that like the schools are like locked and you got to press buttons to go into schools. Y'all kids in school like that? Yeah, where the doors are locked and you got to press button. Hi, can I help you? That we'd rather do that than to just be like, no more guns.
We'd rather turn this motherfucker to a damn prison than to say, hey man, we need stricter gun laws.
Right. Mm-hmm. Right, exactly. Like it's just like that. The logic behind that don't even make sense.
And then people do the same shit that I be saying is they personalize everything. They're like, well, I have a gun and I do this and I do this. Well, some people ain't like you and they didn't got the mental ability to not have the gun. I know niggas in the hood right now. They want to show their gun off all day. I'm like, man.
Right.
And see, like, I recently found out, like, my boss is a major gun collector, but he's one of those dudes who be going through all the training. He, I probably shouldn't be saying all this because we got NDAs at my job. But, like, the way he goes about his guns, I'm like, okay, I can see that. I can respect that because you're being checked, you're doing your mental health stuff, you're doing all you can to be like, I'm responsible, I just like shooting stuff.
Hold on, those are the type of dudes that you have to watch out for because they might have some secret woods that they go hunt actual people and whatnot, the dangerous game and shit.
That, and it's almost like how in society it always seemed like one person ruins it for everybody else, or like X amount of instances ruin it for everybody else. Until somehow we get the guns, then all of a sudden it's just like, no, my guns, I do this. And it become personal instead of like, fuck, yeah, maybe this 50, 100, however many mass shootings just ruin the fact that I don't have my hobby anymore.
Man, they was trying to
Yeah, that's fair.
they was trying to ban video games because a kid was wilding. I think it was a shooting, and he was shooting people, and they was trying to ban it because he got it from Grand Theft Auto.
See, and that's the part that I found ridiculous because you'd rather ban video games than ban the thing that's actually doing the killing. That's wild.
Right.
the things that influence us. Because I mean, I grew up on Grand Theft Auto, and I don't even want to purchase a gun. So I mean, we can go back to the personalization. Like, I won't do that. I like the game.
Right? I mean, I grew up playing Spider-Man. You don't see webs coming out of my hands.
Shit, if it was though, you know what I
You know what I'm
mean?
saying?
That'd be kind of lit. Just saying. It's a topic on here that said, "Are your gifts aligned with your passion?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you put it on there. So like, elaborate. Are your gifts aligned with your passion? Like,
So like,
yeah, go ahead.
your natural abilities in life, like, you know, I could cook, but my passion isn't to be a chef. You know what I mean? So like, are your gifts that you were given from the higher power or whatever, the universe or your parents, are they aligned with what you're passionate about and what you want to do in your life? You know what I'm saying? Like, I've always, like, I think I was like in second, third grade, and the teacher was like, I'd be ready to read his stories. I'd be ready to read his books. So like, it kind of aligned with me getting into music and art and different stuff because that's where I've always been gifted at, is like in the art realm and like just like all types of art, just creating. If I'm not creating, I don't feel good.
I think. Go ahead.
And I even put that even into being like being able to cook. If I'm not creating something, I don't feel good as a person.
I think to an extent, like, I feel like talking is actually one of my gifts. I think that's why people always be asking me for advice or my opinion on shit that probably they already know, but then like just hearing it from a level-headed perspective. So I think to an extent, like, you know, podcasting is good for me in that sense, but sometimes not really, because then like, I don't know, I feel like I'll be good at being like a life coach or even like a basketball coach, like something where I can actually teach somebody something, teach people who actually want to listen. I think that probably is like more in alignment with me.
Yeah, with
But
your
I'm
gifts.
so stuck on the communication of podcasts and even like communicating through my music that like that part, yes, is in alignment, but the other part of me has not aligned yet. Yes.
Yeah, I think I just need to take my alignment further because I'm a dad. I take care of stuff, and I feel like that's always been my passion, is to take care of, handle things, you know, to the T. Just with me being a dad, that's what I like to do. I like seeing my kids smile, like, and that's my passion. But like he said, I could branch that out and make it more to be like a coach or something like that, because I do like sports and I was gifted in that. But you know, right now I'm just not in that space to do that at the moment.
I think for me, I'm just passionate about a lot of different things, so not always does my gifts align with what I'm passionate about at the time. Because I think I'm gifted in storytelling, but I don't often sit down and write with it. But sometimes I do. I'm passionate about cooking, you know, so certain things where it's like, yeah, it's aligning right now in other aspects of my life, but not always.
And have you ever tried to figure out like a way to mix your passions and create something new? That's how, like, have you ever tried to, like, you know, storytell with cooking?
Yeah, I think I did for a little bit. I used to have cooking with Court, and that was fun. But for me, it just kind of depends on what I'm focused on a moment, because I think a lot of the time you're expected to make something out of your gifts, or like, you know, make that your career almost. And sometimes for me, that will kill the passion, because I used to spend hours doing makeup because I loved it. I was very passionate about makeup. But when I started trying to be a makeup artist, it just became mundane to me, and I didn't like it. You know, I was just using it as a creative outlet. So I feel like sometimes it's not good to mix the two.
No, I'm actually glad you said that, because like it do be feeling like that sometimes. Like it's almost like when your passion starts to feel like a job, then like that's what make you just want to shut it all down. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're like, am I doing it for the love, or am I doing it for the money, for the validation, for all this outer world bullshit that realistically doesn't matter because it doesn't fulfill me? So yeah, I can agree with that part.
And even like do you, like, your parents see certain things in you and thought you would be something different? in life? Because like my mom will be like, I thought you were gonna be like a graphic designer because you used to draw, or I thought you were gonna be a chef, and I'm like, well, that's never like. As a graphic designer, I wanted to be that at one point, like when I was a kid. But like, as I got older, I started understanding really what I loved about drawing, what I loved about writing stories, what I loved about cutting up socks and making G.I. Joe's clothes was just the creating part of it all. So,
I'm thankful. My parents were never like that. They weren't like, oh, I thought you were going to be this. They were just proud that, I'm handling my shit. Like, whatever you do, just handle your shit. And then you can go do whatever you want.
Yeah, I think the same thing. Where like, if someone's like, I don't know if my parents ever really had an expectation of me doing anything, but like whatever I tried to do, they for sure was like pretty supportive of it.
Yeah, I think so. I think my mama and my grandma, they were very much, if I said I wanted to do something, they encouraged me to do it, because I said for years I wanted to be a chef or a lawyer, and they're like, okay, so do that. And then when I changed it, they were like, okay, so do that. So I appreciate that a lot about them.
see, I don't have that. I don't have that as a person. Like, my mom will still be like, I always thought you were gonna be this and this, and she was like, and when music was my passion, she's like, you really gonna put this as a plan A? And I'm like, yeah, that's what a dream and having faith is like. I feel like people of that generation, their goal was just to be better than the last generation. I'm like, no, I'm trying to be what I want to be.
Well, when I was trying to play basketball, my mom didn't really like that because I was outside all the time. But, like, she definitely supported it, but she definitely wanted me to have something as a plan A and not that be my plan A.
I think when it comes to a lot of creative jobs like music or being an artist, being an actor, creating videos, things like that, I feel like a lot of the time people, our parents are older, they don't really find respect for that type of passion, or they don't really believe it's going to be fruitful, because it's kind of is hard to be a creative and make a living off of it. And so I think maybe, I mean, I don't know your mom or anything like that, but like I feel like that's the perspective I see a lot of the time.
Yeah, she just, like, I think in that, even being black, like, I think we haven't got to a space of, oh yeah, we could do anything we want to do. It's like, we got to do what we're given.
Yeah, kind of, but I think when it comes to the older generation in like music and art, the only thing they have to go off of is basically what was presented to them on the TV, right?
Yeah.
And this generation is just so much different that we can find inspiration from like creatives that aren't super big. Like, for example, like, again, say it 1,000 times, I always be like, nah, Currency's my GOAT. But like back in the day, they wouldn't be able to see a Currency the way I could see one. They would only be able to see a Drake. So I think that's another reason why they can't fathom certain shit when it comes to like creating. Like a lot of their clothing brands, like they probably don't know who made Echo, but like we know Virgil.
Well, that was a bad thing because Mark Echo.
Well, yeah, I know, but I don't know if they ever seen him. I get it; it's a bad example, but like in general, like, and I get it because like Echo's his name, or like Ralph Lauren, like I'm sure that's his name, but like. Where's the face? Where's the face to it? Like, where's the face to it? What did he do? They don't have an idea the way we have an idea of Virgil's entire life.
Yeah. Yeah, I see that. I can see that.
So, like, I think like a lot of times when it comes to that, speaking it to the older generation, it's just pieces to a puzzle that they can't put together.
Yeah.
I also think that a lot of their examples had like exceptional talents. Like it took a lot to make it into that space. They had to have crazy voices. They had to be like a Mariah Carey type of thing for them to see success in that. And there's so many levels to it. Like one of my favorite shows right now is Abbott Elementary, and that was made by Quinta, who got who was on TikTok or Vine back in the day. Like, I watched that girl grind her way to a network television show, and I don't think that they got to watch people do that.
Like, yeah, like now in this day and age, anybody can grind to do some stuff. You can go learn some stuff off the internet. Like back in the day, it was generational talents that were like a diamond in the rough that had to be found.
Where motherfuckers was getting beat to become Michael Jackson.
That too.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
it's almost like it was.
Yeah, it's
stuff
like I
like
said.
that.
What was that? The first episode? Like a lot of people are, like, they were trained to be that great at that, and they weren't great in life. Like they didn't have life skills.
Right.
So like you have a tiger that talks on the phone like, "Hey, it's Tiger here. Hey," it's like, no, you ain't got no communication skills. It's almost awkward because all you know is how to take the 9-iron and hit the damn shit.
Yeah.
400 feet.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's facts.
Yeah, that is mad facts.
No, some stuff like that. Do you think that like they could possibly be on the spectrum? Like they picked that up, and then their parents was just like, you know what, they're really good at that, and we just gonna keep them on that, and they don't need to learn anything else. Like, did they make
No, I
them
think
on the
there's
spectrum?
I
or
think
they-
there's really certain things like grooming. Like you could groom someone to be.
But that's what I'm
great
saying.
at
Did they like groom them to be on the spectrum?
I think, like,
I'm sorry, what did you just ask?
Like, look,
I think what
like,
he's trying to say
look,
is
just
like because they was so
pushing them
focused
so
on
hard.
one thing,
Yeah.
they're lacking so much stuff that it could seem like they're on the spectrum. It's
like
just like how you say
socially awkward.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
it's like saying like the only thing, like you said, Tiger Woods know how to do is hit a
hit a
ball.
ball.
So like when he comes to talk, like you almost look at him like,
Did
is
they
he all
even-
the way there? Or like what's going on with
Right,
the
did
bro?
they make
Yeah.
them pick up a book? Did they make them go hang out with people?
And then you almost project that on your kids because you see Tiger Woods' son. He's good at, but do you think like Tiger? Only thing he knew how to teach how to be a father is on the golf course.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So.
I think for stuff like that, when it comes to like Tiger Woods, the nigga needs to know there's a problem type of thing.
Right.
Because an example I would use is Beyonce. I'm a huge Beyonce fan. Her parents, her dad in particular, pushed her to do what she does. Like he had them running around in girl group competitions when she was like 7. And Beyonce recognizes that's not healthy. And although she'd be letting her daughter, be on tour with her and sing with her, she recognizes, like, I'm not about to do to you what my dad did to me. That's a bit extreme, but I'm going to let you pursue your passion since you see, me and your dad out here. But I don't think Tiger Woods recognizes that he's socially awkward and there's an issue.
Yeah, because nowadays it's just almost the same conversation. Like nowadays, our generation and the generation after us have more choices. Where like a lot of these people was like forced into whatever lifestyle it was, just from environmental and just not even being able to see the bigger picture mentally because of it being environmental. So like, like you say, Beyonce was forced to it, but like all their kids have the choice. Like, hey, do you want to do this or do you want to do something else? Like we got choices. Hey, you want to do this or something else? You was saying just last week about how many choices your kids got.
Yeah, they got options. They got options in life, and then like it would be me hindering them if I tell them. Well, back in my day, I'm like trying to tell them about what, but I got to tell them something that's gonna affect them right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, act
Because
like
a lot of people are living in the past. They talk about music. They're like, well, in my day, this music was this and this. Well, it's motherfucking 2024 now, motherfucker. So like, you got to start living in where you
I
at.
think that's why our generation was probably like the most well-off generation because we was in the middle of the technology and the hard work. Like we know, okay, yeah, that's an option, but are you gonna put in the work? If you ain't gonna put in the work, then just get it out of here. It's just gonna be a lazy thing.
Yep.
So like we have like the generation coming up now, they got a lot of options, but they don't have like the tools to deal with the options because they don't have the hard work and drive. I would say some of them do, but not a lot of them.
And
A lot of them
think
think it's gonna get handed
a lot of shit
to
will
them.
be lost. Like how I said, like a lot of people communicate on the internet, communicate on a video game. They don't go outside. Like
Right.
so, they get out in these social environments and they socially awkward anyway because they haven't scraped their knee on a bike.
Right.
Yeah, and it's almost like that video game and the internet almost become their real life experiences, because just like you say, you said it last week too. A lot of motherfuckers never had their jaw tested, so then it's just like you never been through actual experiences. You just experienced it. You know what's funny? This is how I think of it. Y'all gonna call me crazy, but I actually told this to my mom one time about this generation of people that like lived on the internet. I was like, it remind me of when Jay-Z wrote that diss to Nas on Takeover, and he was like, nigga, you didn't. What'd he say, nigga? You didn't live it. You scribbled it. What'd he say? I can't even remember. Nigga, you didn't live it. You witnessed it from your folks' pad. You scribbled in your notepad and created your life. That's what it makes me think of when he said that. I was like, damn, he should have said that about somebody else, because that's actually like, he's right. He's right about it, but he's just not right who he said it to.
Right.
But that's what I think of.
And then a lot of them share their emotional trauma online, and then everybody feels that, and they have the whole world on their side. And honestly, it's not even true. There's been a lot of times just looking on TikTok, there's these battles, and then a few months later, it's the opposite.
Yeah, and we're gonna live in a, like, they create more and more shit to make it just easier to just stay in your damn house and try to live your life.
And Apple trying to make you to where you they did Futurama, where you have the iPhone in your eye, but it's the headset, and you can just sit there and chill and order shit.
And then you're gonna seem like you living in the past because you don't go get the little chip in your retina. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'll go back to a flip phone before I do that.
You're right.
As much as I like Apple, y'all ain't putting shit in my face.
Cam gonna be the nigga in the trench coat walking to the T-Mobile. Y'all stop selling shit to the CIA, motherfucker.
I promise you. I've been saying that for a minute. I always was talking about them robots.
Yeah, for real, man.
I've been saying it for a minute.
Oh, man,
We need to stop be playing with these robots, because one day, one of the motherfuckers gonna turn on y'all.
They already been shutting down AIs because they've been thinking about taking out future presidents and leaders and whatnot. They shut down a couple of AIs.
See? You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what I'm saying. And just because they put the BBL on the robot, like niggas is like, hey man, I knew it.
I'm taking a trip to Japan right now.
I'm like, bro, that bitch gonna kill your ass.
They got the new sensation lube over there. I'm going to Japan.
The new sensation room. You ever had the Gok 5000?
Yeah, she bites your whole shit off.
Her whole head spin.
Yeah, and your whole shit is gone.
She got 4 tongues.
Bro, you gonna keep playing. Your whole shit gonna be gone trying to fuck with them robots.
I 100% feel like if we don't die from like global warming or something like that, robots is gonna kill us for real.
I'm saying, I've been saying this since like 2008. I've been saying this.
I was watching a movie the other day, and it was kind of on that same shit. It was it had Denzel Washington's son in it, and fuck, what was that shit called? I'm gonna have to. I didn't forgot what it's called.
Oh, was it that? Damn, what was it? Tower something.
No, let me get my phone right.
Yeah, I was like, I don't even know what you're talking about. So I'm
But
telling
anyway,
you.
but yeah,
It
but
was
it's
like
like
about robots and shit, and like he was half robot, and like his arm was robot, and it was like in the present, it was like L.A. and all that, and like the robots were taking over, and the humans were trying to shut down the robots, and then they had like this almost like a robot that had feelings and could grow, and all types of shit.
But I don't be liking when they add emotions and feelings to robots, because
nah, man.
I'm not with the robots
I mean-
either. We take technology way too far. Be
That's
taking
what
the
I'm saying.
internet too far.
We got people out here that can't live with life, and you trying to bring a robot and give it feelings, emotions, and life, and the power to learn about the world. It's gonna learn the world is a fucked up place, and humans are fucked up.
Yep. That's what they gonna do. Oh no, y'all are the problem, and then every human gonna be dead.
Right.
I'm telling you, that's exactly what they're gonna be saying. That's exactly what they're gonna be saying.
We've had hundreds of years of people torturing people and killing people. Hundreds. You don't think an AI is gonna realize that in 2 hours, 2 days? Yep. Oh, y'all
The
the
creator, that's what it's called, the creator.
problem. The creator, okay.
Is this like a new movie? I ain't never heard of it.
Yeah, it's a new movie. It's on
Netflix?
Hulu.
Ooh,
Yeah, I might have to check it out.
I might watch that.
Because I'm telling you, that's exactly what's going to happen. Like you said, humans is the problem. Them robots going to realize that and be like, extermination.
Rightfully so. Like, what are we doing? We're extincting animals. We're killing the planet.
Yep, and I'm going to just be like,
Yeah,
damn,
we're not having
And
a
what's
good
that one
time.
movie where he falls in love with the computer and he like dating the computer and shit?
I ain't never seen
I ain't
that.
never seen. There probably is a couple movies on that,
It
but
was
I ain't
called
never
like
seen
Her
it.
or something.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
And it's like, y'all motherfuckers can't see they writing movies to tell what's gonna happen in the future if y'all keep putting so much validity in technology. I can already see it right now. My kids be like, I need a tablet. I said, you don't always need that shit.
Right.
Like,
And
do
it's so
something else.
wild.
Shoot
We
a
didn't even have
basketball
cell
or something.
phones.
I'm telling you, they trying to bring dinosaurs back. That's how stupid humankind is that we trying to bring dinosaurs back. Why?
You seen Jurassic Park?
Right.
What go on?
They made a Jurassic World where they came and lived with human beings, and now they living with human beings.
Yeah, no, that ain't.
What
That's
is
not what
going
would
on?
happen.
That's not what would happen. We would be the bottom of the food chain, and we would die
Gonna
instantly.
be torn by
Right.
Austin Raptor up in this motherfucker.
We already see alligators and how gators be messing us up. We're gonna bring dinosaurs into it?
Right.
That's crazy.
Y'all want to bring that megalodon shark?
They gonna there's these mad motherfuckers, man. They're gonna keep testing shit, man. Well, I mean, we put the motherfucker on Adderall,
Right.
and then the motherfucker go crazy and shit. Like,
No, I miss my Adderall. I work so good. I was like, I'm not with you at all with that.
no, they
I have
talking-
never been more productive in my life.
No, I'm talking about like they be
The-
like, we gonna put the alligator on Adderall.
Right.
And see
Oh,
what
that's
this motherfucker
crazy.
Do. You focusing on chewing your ass up.
Now he don't even get tired when he chasing your ass.
Right?
Because you know they don't run that far. They fast, but they can't run that far. Now the nigga, he be so focused, he be like, I just need a 2-second break, nigga. I'm coming.
This nigga the LeBron
I'm getting
James
that
of
leg.
alligators now, nigga.
Right, that's what they gonna be. He was like, I'm getting that leg. You better knock it off.
Yeah, man. More technology grows, the more scary it gets. Cause for real, shit could just turn real quick. Especially with this AI shit, artificial intelligence. Are you kidding me? They can think for themselves. Why? Why would I have a robot that can think for themselves? Why would I do that?
Have you ever played with one of them AI things and you ask it a question and you see actually how fast it type? That's when I stopped fucking with it.
I ain't even play
No.
with that.
Yeah, I was
I had
messing
an
with
AI write my resume.
You different.
And you know where I work now, man. It worked.
I'm about to cut that. I'm cutting that out. The part about the guns with that boy.
Shit.
Elon Musk gonna fire your ass. He gonna look at this spot talking
He
about.
probably fuck with it.
Probably do.
Oh, she don't like AI. She ain't about to. When
She
the
ain't
AI,
progressive.
yeah, when the AI Tesla come out in about 5 years.
Matter of fact, that ain't crazy. You talking about putting chips in people's
You
head.
know what?
That
You know
man.
what type of grades I would get right there? The AI going crazy. You motherfuckers is stupid for real. Y'all ain't get no 4.0. I'll be valedictorian right now.
I wonder if there's like a program to where they could see if they use AI or not now.
There's certain
They probably getting to there.
yeah, there's certain ways that AI talks that you need to go back and edit it. And if you ain't doing that, which I don't feel like a lot of people do.
I'll go give me see, I'm the type of nigga, I'll put so much time into that. Use a thesaurus, start changing words and shit.
At that point, just do the work, Devin.
No.
Why you always trying to fight?
No, I'm with him on that. I'm with him on that. He's saying this in my head. I'm like, damn, I need to go back to college. That shit might be easy. I'm sitting, I ain't even got to take the time. AI do all my work.
Until the test come.
See, glad you said that because I ain't think that far. I got to show up for the final.
I show up for the
This nigga
final.
trying to find another way out.
Right.
He's
This
trying to
nigga-
get an Adderall now.
This nigga bring a whole robot in his place, dress him up.
Bullshit and got a 4.0 the whole time, failed the test.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. I still got to take the final. That shit ain't helping
This
me.
nigga, he trying to become a doctor. He get into the doctor shit and then AI this whole shit. Now he don't even know how to really give you surgery.
Done killed the
that's-
patient.
That's actually a good idea too, huh? Why don't we just AI fake diplomas?
Good. Sure.
You gotta. They be finding it on the background.
On the
Oh,
back
for real?
end,
Yeah.
This
go
nigga
to
been to
some
prison
shit.
before. What we talking about?
Shit.
No, because I don't have my I have my diploma on paper, but I don't know where that thing is. I don't.
I still
So
got mine.
Nah, I know
The thing I
somebody-
can't find is my yearbooks, and I really want to find them motherfuckers.
I'm gonna find a way to finesse myself into a college degree without actually going to college.
why would you say that on a recorded?
Man, hey, once you
Hey.
find out, let me know.
Yeah, like I'm letting them know. I'm
He
letting
already
them know.
the CEO now, and he been running it, and the stocks went up. We keeping this nigga right here.
Yep. Yeah, I'm like, I'm gonna be cool. I want to know. I got a question for Courtney. Is it hard being a woman in the plastic surgery / BBL society?
No. In the sense that I don't care. Nah, I feel like it's stupid because bodies be trending all the time. Like in 2000s, everyone was super skinny. A BBL would call, if you had a BBL in 2002, you were fat. And the BBL is about to go out of trend. Like it's been in it for a minute, it's gonna go out of trend. So I feel like, no, if you're comfortable with yourself and your body, then you ain't intimidated by BBL and plastic surgery culture.
I just
Never thought about that.
right, and then I just with the BBL thing, getting a BBL ain't gonna make your coochie tighter.
Whoa.
I'm just saying, like y'all getting all these BBLs that ain't doing nothing for you. It's the same. You just got plastic on you
What
now.
happened if she had some good, and then she got a BBL?
Then you have some good. Why you need a BBL? Go put it on a man.
You got a steak, but now you got potatoes and corn and
I
shit
mean,
now.
I will say, I get the people who are doing BBLs just because they feel like they need to feel better about their bodies or they want to fit in or whatever it is. But I'm regular, you know? Like I live in the regular world. I'm not out here trying to be a rapper's baby mama.
I feel like it's also a status thing. Oh, she got a BBL. She look good. Now
Yeah.
she got some status.
No, some of y'all look fucked up.
This is my point. My point.
You gotta admit, some of these bitches look crazy.
You look like you
do.
got toothpick.
They do.
You got a jumbo marshmallow on toothpicks, and you
Right.
trying to walk around here. I'm like, bitch, you about to fall.
And then what if your shit trash? Okay, I hit you. Oh, so you just trash with a BBL? Nobody wants you.
You ain't where the thigh budget at with it. You know what I mean?
That shit just reminded me of the last time we had this conversation. You fucked your fucking face up. He said, Devin said, no, you gotta admit, some of these bitches look crazy.
They do.
You done fucked your face
You
up.
gotta tell the truth.
He
in life,
said,
man.
you pull the skin back like that on your face, you look like a catfish, bitch. I was like, oh my God.
I'm telling the truth. Like,
Hey man,
you was cute as a motherfucker. Now you didn't nip tuck and you look like Mewtwo. I'm back in 2001 watching Pokemon, the first Pokemon movie.
Nah,
Why I gotta do that?
not me too.
Because you insecure.
Said that be dying.
Motherfucker gonna call you sexy every day for you not to look like Mewtwo.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't even think it's the BBL that I feel like is more of a problem than that same ass nose and them same ass lips. Where it's almost
Yeah.
like
Everybody got the
in
same
a minute,
face.
everybody gonna look alike.
Right.
Just look like cookie cutter carbon copies with Yeezy clothes on.
I will say the beef I have with BBLs is BBL clothing. Because I just want some regular shit, and I can't find it because BBL clothing is all over Fashion Nova, it's all over Shein, it's all over the regular websites, and I just want a T-shirt. That's the issue I got with BBL culture. Is just the clothes behind it is everywhere, and it's becoming the regular when I don't think it necessarily needs to be the regular.
You get that there. And, like, I don't know, like, now you done got a BBL. Like, there's certain, like, things that happen when you don't do shit naturally.
Right.
So, like, years down the line, now your BBL is in your thighs. So now,
Hopefully they can get
now
it
you
fit.
got health issues because you wanted to have a fat
now
ass.
you got health issues because you want a fat ass. You done got a boob job, now your back fucked up. And you walk around like Granny B.
You got
So,
your
like,
lips done, and now you can't feel your lips.
You want to be Cardi B, now you Granny B. Like, just live your life and be who you are, man. Like,
The gym can fix a lot.
yeah, it's the
It can,
microwave.
but
It's the microwave society shit I be talking about. Everybody want everything instantly, and sometimes the oven is way better. You get a better meal out of it. It's better for you.
I hear you. I just think if you want a BBL, go ahead, do it. Do what you want. It's your life. It's your.
Just fuck it up.
That's your prerogative, man.
I mean,
if you like it, I love it.
I live like that too. Like, if you want to fuck up your life, but like, don't do that shit. Because I want to see you prosper, but fuck it.
So
Let your mama
what
love
if
you.
your daughter is like, hey, I'm gonna go get a BBL, Dad?
No.
Turn 18.
Hell no. Because I ain't paying for the medical bills.
But it's do whatever you want to everybody else, kid.
Hey, do whatever you want.
If she got the money
If
for
you got
it.
the money for it, you go do it. But hey, as soon as you're in the hospital, I love you.
I would
Sorry.
hope I raised my daughter to not want that,
Yeah,
to not
same.
aspire to that.
Same too.
But hey, sometimes if it's really that deep, like my best friend, she got some surgeries, and I was like, hey man, I don't want you to do those things because it puts your life at risk. But I saw what it did to her. I saw what
Did it give her some status?
It didn't give her no status. No, it made her feel better about herself. So I was like, if that's what it took, that's your prerogative.
So it didn't get no status, no money. Nobody was tricking on that.
No, she a regular girl.
You got a
she's
BBL.
cool.
I feel like that was some wasted money.
Right.
man.
You
No,
wasted your money.
it was something mental though. Like that was the thing. Like if you sit in here and it's fucking up your head that you look a certain way and you have the means and the money to change it, who am I to tell you to try to love yourself out of this?
So what,
if you
she
tried
got-
that, oh well.
She got a BBL and now
Nah.
she feel better.
She didn't get a BBL, but she got some plastic surgery and now she do feel a bit better about herself. She's like, oh cool.
Like on her face.
She got I don't want to put her business out there like that, but
Go ahead. I'll bleep it out.
yeah, she got a tummy tuck and a boob lift after getting the gastric bypass.
But see, I think that
So she did a lot. Like she cut out her stomach, you know, but
yeah,
like she
that
wasn't
just-
happy. I
keep
saw
it
how
a-
depressed she was.
Keep
Keep
it
it
a hot
hundred,
buck
you-
with you though. I think that's way different.
Yeah, that sounds like it's just a lazy bitch. Like I said, the gym could have fixed all of that.
I wasn't gonna say all that. I think like I'm kind of for like them kind of surgeries though. Like you know what I'm saying, like because I feel like
I mean, if it's a
I
health
extend
issue,
the same grace to people who hate themselves to the point where it's
Right.
like I don't like my body without ass. The gym ain't doing nothing. I'm gonna go ahead and spend this $10K and get me a little bit of ass. That's your prerogative. I think you should have loved yourself or found a therapist. But if you didn't, who am I to tell you?
But I mean, in that situation where you cutting off the fat in your stomach and everything to like lift your boobs and put it somewhere else or something like that, I feel like that's just unnecessary when you could have just got skinny.
what if you can only get
It
to
was-
like
Like, if it was-
certain?
But like if it was like a health issue, like if you was like 400 pounds and like you needed this surgery or you're gonna die in the next 2 years, okay, yeah, cool, get the surgery.
I'm gonna say this: I lost when I lost a lot of weight. You know, I lost over like 150 pounds. I was like, shit. I went from like 315 to 184. And the other day I was in the kitchen with my cousin. He was like, nigga, when you lost all that weight, you look sick. I was like, well, why didn't you tell me that motherfucker when I was doing this shit? And everybody was like, good job, you losing weight. Nobody told me, hey, stop losing weight, motherfucker. Like,
I also think it might be different coming from men and women in general because the way that society treats you when you are an unattractive woman is like it's just fucked up. To be honest, it's just messed up. Like, and the way that like the society treats big girls, and it's a bit different.
Yeah, but I feel like big girls been winning for like a couple of years now.
and I
You
feel
go on
like
Twitter and you're gonna be called all sorts of fat bitches and go hit the
I
gyms
seen
or
some
all up and
ugly
down.
women smiling, being happy. Some ugly happy women.
I'm not saying that all women go through that, but I am saying that, like, I feel like when you start messing with your face or messing with your body, it's because you've had so many experiences where it's like, I can't take how I'm being treated, or I can't take the way I feel about myself.
Have you ever seen a woman or a man that got the surgery and then you was like, damn, you actually look cool? Like
I
they
mean,
was
I've seen-
ugly before, and then you like, oh shit.
I've seen some boob jobs that I was like, oh, those are nice.
Boob jobs, yeah, you can see those, and they'll be like, oh yeah, they made you actually look better. But like other stuff, like it's a hit and miss.
I don't think a lot of the times maybe I can't really fully tell or not looking,
Yeah.
but I feel like the only thing I can really tell is when it comes to them nose and lips.
No, I seen a chick that, you know, she was the best looking chick. Like I went to school with her, And then she had some plastic surgery done, and I was like, oh, she look cool now. But then I seen some shit where I'm like, damn, you mute too, motherfucker.
I've seen some lip injections where I'm like, oh, okay. Okay, that makes your face a little bit, you're balanced. But we also live in Utah.
I don't
Nobody be
understand the
having lips.
Botox thing. Like, you get Botox, and now you can't even show no expressions with your eyebrows and shit. Like, I'm
Your ass happy all the time.
You know what I'm saying? Like, your eyes is up here. I'm like, my grandma just died, and your eyes is up here. I'm gonna be like, you know what? Fuck you. You can't even show me no emotion. So I couldn't deal with no shit like that. Just
Don't
hella
sometimes
Botox.
women do Botox for medical reasons though?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can.
Like, ain't
Like you can do that if you get migraines real bad.
Yeah.
I forget what else for. So
Just
some
like
of it's
cerebral
like that.
palsy shit, just try to get feeling back in your face and certain stuff, get the nerves back.
I've been seeing it's more of a trend, and I've seen it with my own friends, and we 25, so I think it's a little silly, but doing preventative Botox. So they're doing Botox now, so they won't have to do it later. Which I mean, you're gonna have to keep up with it later, and that don't make sense to me. But okay.
I feel like this gonna fuck you up sooner. Like, why are you messing with your skin when it's tight right now at 25?
I don't do it.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we'll see in like 15, 20 years.
I think a lot of people just be scared to get wrinkles and age, and I'm like,
I think people
that's
just
fine.
I think
Just
people
age.
especially in this day, I think people are like lost with reality. We live and we die. Like, there's no preventing that. Anything that you can do, nothing. Until we find the Holy Grail or become vampires or werewolves or some shit, there's nothing we can do about that.
do y'all as parents and a soon-to-be parent, are y'all scared of like what this next generation, the bullshit that they're gonna be into, just because we already seeing where it's going?
100%.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't even think they're going. Sometimes when I be thinking, I don't even think they're going to reach 18. Sometimes the shit that's going on in the world.
What do you mean they ain't gonna reach 18?
I mean, shit, we possibly in a war here within the next year or two.
Yeah, but I'm even talking about like, like almost smaller stuff, like almost just like the stupid bullshit that they could be influenced by on,
Oh, yeah.
just online, just everyday life, this dumb shit that their
I can
friends
see
are
where
gonna
that-
say,
yeah.
stuff like that. Because like maybe, because like you know everybody are in different walks of life when it comes to being in a household. So like some kids are gonna be in households where their parents aren't as attentive as like y'all are and you will be. So like when they go to school and you know meet them friends and probably could be impressionable on them, like does that like something in your head be like, you know what I'm saying, maybe you got to be a little more stern, like you know, do you fear stuff like that, I guess?
Yeah, 100%.
To an extent, I feel like I trust myself enough to be able to deal with the unknown. I don't think our parents were prepared to go through the whole social media things. And shoot, I was 15 talking to a 35-year-old man on Kik because nigga, the internet was wild. Like, you know, I don't think my parents were prepared for that, but they learned how to deal with it and they learned how to, you know, steer me in the right direction. So like, I trust that my instincts will help me steer my kid into the right direction and deal with the new shit as it comes.
That's it. That's crazy. 15 talking to 35s on.
Hey,
You was a Chris Hansen episode waiting to happen.
and my like a lot of the time, I didn't know that they were 35-year-old men. But hindsight's 2020. I was a stupid kid.
Y'all ever got catfished?
Nah.
I've been
Yeah.
catfished, man.
I got age catfish one time. Some-
Age?
Yeah, it was when I was like 18, and she told me she was like 17. Bitch was like 15.
I'm not gonna ask how old you were.
We gonna cut that out.
I'm not gonna ask her, but I got catfished one time.
Nah, bro, like for real. You knew about this. This is what Jahaz was talking about with that one girl. He asked her, and she admitted to that shit.
Which one? I don't know what you're talking
That
about.
Brooklyn Conley girl.
Wasn't she the black girl?
Yeah.
Okay,
And
I
we went
remember this.
to school with her older sister.
Yeah, okay, I do remember this.
Yeah.
I used to be snitching on my friends for lying about their age.
Yeah. It's just wild, man.
That's
I used
comedy.
because I didn't like talking to older men. It just would happen. I used to be on Twitter before I was supposed to be, and niggas be creepy. And then once I would figure it out, I'd block them. But like, nah, I had some friends who were like, who were talking to dudes saying, oh yeah, we 17. I'm like, we 14. We too young. We're not interested. And yeah, they used to be hot at me for that. I'd hope I'd raise my kid like that.
Yeah, that's a good friend right there. You're gonna need to be 14, hanging out with 25-year-olds and shit. What's wrong with you?
You ever
She was the one I had to rescue.
Yes, I did. I definitely told her ass. So what the fuck's wrong with you?
I didn't forget what I was gonna say. That shit was so funny.
That's wild. She told me one of them stories. I was like, are you stupid or slow?
I wanted to fight. That would be hot at her.
Hey, what's wrong with you? Talking about, oh, I was just grounded a lot when I was a kid from my grandma, so I wanted the freedom.
She was.
Yeah, you was grounded because you was doing dumb shit like that, stupid. What's wrong with you? Look at her calling now.
They try to make it an excuse when it come to that. I was in trouble. Like, man, come on, fam. You said you had what to say?
I had forgot. I didn't forgot because that shit was funny as shit, and it like threw me off. Man.
But yeah, but that is something I be thinking about. It's just like that, like I be hoping, like, well, it's not that I hope, like, it's almost just goes back to this.
You need to go shoot up the club real quick.
But it almost go back to the same conversation that we was having last week again, where you was just keep saying it starts in the household. So like, in order for this next generation to be better, like everybody got to be like way more attentive to their kids. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And like, I mean, like if somebody with no kids, like I'm trusting y'all to do it, but like you can't trust everybody else out in the outside world to do it.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So I think that's like, in the grand scheme of things, when we got to group this next generation, they might be a bunch of knuckleheads.
Yeah.
No, they definitely are, especially.
I could see it too. Like these motherfuckers is so influenced by like YouTube shorts and all this, and if you just sit there and you don't explain shit, that's gonna be what builds them up in life. So like, I'm on FaceTime with my daughter the other day, and her mom let her get some shit called Cameo or some shit, and I'm trying to talk to her, and she's sitting there going like this and doing different shit. I'm like, what the? Are you trying to talk to me, or are you trying to do Cameo? She's like, I'm trying to do both. I said, well, what happens if you can't do both? Because there's decisions in life, and that's the type of shit I have to explain to my kids. There's decisions in life, and sometimes you can't do both things.
Mm-hmm. There's consequences for doing one thing.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to sit here and watch you do Cameo. I don't even know what the damn. Show me what Cameo is first, and what age range can watch your shit and do all this shit. Because I didn't approve on this.
When my daughter was like 6, we caught her just doing some wild shit that she saw on the internet, like just on some websites and whatnot, watching TV shows on YouTube. After that, we put her on PBS Kids. You need to watch some real world like situations and see what's happening with these situations. PBS Kids is good because they'll teach kids about, you know, having fights with their friends, sharing, and all types of shit. And so when we put her on that, she was watching that for like a good year, 2 years. She started acting different. And then we brought back the phone and tried to teach her, you know, you can't be believing all this stuff that they're doing because this is just for views and this is not how they live.
Yeah.
That's the other thing, is that I do feel like we had shows like that too, that almost like kind of was almost like another teacher, like Arthur. Bernstein Bears, like all the little lame shit.
Arthur,
you know what I mean?
Arthur was it. You know, I don't give a fuck what nobody was saying. I was trying to skip school so I could watch the second episode before I had to go.
Yeah, like it was, but like that's the thing about it though. Like it just was teaching you certain stuff like that. Like you say, where niggas was arguing with their friends, somebody had trouble with their parents, somebody don't like the teacher. Like it was all of that in these TV shows. Instead of on TikTok, like, you know what I'm saying? Like we saw real shit other than 10 seconds of somebody dancing to Doja Cat or something. Like, I don't know.
And then a lot of this shit, I be seeing a lot of this shit, and I'm like, these motherfuckers is soft in these shows. Like when I used to watch shows, you know, I'm watching Tom and Jerry. This nigga get hit 20 times, but he's still running. He's still going. Now the motherfucker scrape his knee crying all day on the show. I'm like, there's something to that mentally that's showing you like, shit, we're more resilient. You know what I mean? I was so hard headed as a kid, and like, but I was resilient in what I wanted to do, and if I was to stop certain shit, I probably wouldn't be who I was today. Like if I wasn't so like headstrong, going towards like what I wanted.
Not following the crowd.
And you learn that from Tom and Jerry getting the anvils dropped on their head.
You know what I mean? Like,
Nah, it's like a subconscious thing is what you're trying to
Yeah,
say.
yeah, it's
like
like
subconsciously you'd be like, oh my God, he's hurt, and feel bad for him instead of realizing it's a cartoon and the nigga got hit with a damn 2x4 and just popped up.
you know, I used to fall on my bike and get up,
Right.
be fucked up too. But I used to be like, shit, I'm
No, I
gonna go
feel-
inside, wash this off, and do it myself.
Right. You trying
Now
to say,
motherfuckers fall on their bike and then
Mom,
they
Dad.
looking for somebody to come help them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely true.
I think we're gonna learn trial and error. Like it probably won't be the direct generation that comes after us, but you know, their generation will be like, yeah, maybe we were a bit too soft with this. Maybe we, you know, did give too much screen time to like. Even now, we're learning that about like screen time and monitoring what your kid's watching versus our parents. We're like, I don't know what's on the YouTube. I don't know what's on that. 'Cause, you know,
BT After Dark.
See,
BT Uncut.
see, but I also think like our TV was a lot more. Can't think of the word for it. Just the example you use, because like even just to break it down to like wrestling, like our wrestling is way more kid friendly. But I just remember back in the day we was watching that shit. Niggas was drinking beer, hitting each other with sledgehammers, setting each other on fire, bleeding everywhere. And you watching it, damn, he get his ass beat.
Right.
Like nowadays they can't even bleed.
And then like,
they can't.
Nah, they're not supposed to. Like occasionally, every once in a while, it's a different company called AEW.
Oh.
A couple of them dudes like bleed a lot, but like in WWE, no, it's like more kid friendly. So like a lot of them dudes ain't allowed to bleed. Like you got to go through like get a lot of approvals for it to bleed.
That's what I think. That's what it is we're too much baby coddling and making shit censored for people when the world is not like that. And that is not preparing anyone for the world.
I think that it's hard to find a balance because we're trying to prepare them for a world that doesn't exist. Like, you know, we want society to be more friendly and less violent in general, but we're not there yet. So I feel like we're overcorrecting. It's like we're allowing too much softness when it's like, yeah, you do need to be kind. You do need to do this, that, the third, but this is probably what you're going to face in real life.
yeah.
That's
Like,
a good point.
I used, what's that shit called? Unforgivable? Shit on YouTube. Is that unforgivable? Like, I watched that knowing it was bullshit.
Right.
Now motherfuckers watch it and they think that's real life.
Right.
Yeah.
No, we need to find a dude from Unforgivable. He need to check. Osiguy was the unforgivable dude all the way through high school. Just because we watched
Had
that
me in a
shit so many
chokehold,
times.
man.
I don't know this.
You don't know the Unforgivable? It's just one dude telling a story in black and white. He's in the middle of the woods, and he just be saying the most random shit.
I thought that was almost the start of like the entire creator culture and shit.
Man, my
Yeah,
boy
basically.
said, oh, she came back, asked me what I want to drink. Bitch, get me a Dr. Pepper.
Nah, I think the funniest part to me is
Chick-fil-A.
the party where he was just like, I grabbed his wrist and I cut him
Vertically.
vertically. That shit just had me
Me and my
dying.
nigga Bovice.
What y'all watching, hoes?
Nothing. The legend of
Bitch,
Dr.
that's just my
Zhivago.
B.O. Shut up.
Like, I brought some movies over. Dr. Zhivago, The Legend of Bagger Vance. Mean one.
Yeah, that's-
She made my sandwich with mayonnaise on it. Ugh.
I nutted in her and got her pregnant.
What?
This nigga was-
My man was wild.
You gotta watch this shit.
It's like 4 different episodes, and he was just saying some wild shit. He said his punk ass daddy came over and said, well, what happened? Nigga, I slit his wrist.
Took his Letterman jacket, put it on.
I wonder how many views that motherfucker got.
Man, I hope somebody sent him a check. Wherever he at, we need him to be the first celebrity on this pod.
This nigga
We need the unforgivable nigga to be the first celebrity on this pod.
You think niggas see him out in public and they want him to say something like that?
I mean,
like,
back then, probably not now, but like back then, they was
if I
probably
ran
seeing
into
him.
him, I'd be like, man, you gotta tell me a joke, motherfucker.
For real.
Yeah, I hope he all right, because I don't know if nobody even know where this dude is, man. Shout out to him wherever he is, and I hope his life is good. But YouTube, you owe him some money for sure.
Yeah, he had a little short film, and that shit was funny too. But it wasn't as funny as the Unforgivable shit. But he was like holding
And this was like
hostage all day with a box cutter, and I was like,
I don't remember that. I wish I would have saw that.
that shit was in color too.
This was prime YouTube too when it like first came out, like a couple years after.
Yeah, I think that was like 2007 or something.
Oh, that's way before me.
Yeah, like this was like
Yeah,
when YouTube like first became like a thing.
I
It
think-
was still in junior high.
Remember, I was living in Riverdale in an apartment.
7, I was still probably in elementary. I didn't even have a computer yet.
Yeah, that shit was comedy, man. That dude. Yeah, I hope he all right, man. Shout out to that man. Yeah, see, as soon as you type it in, it's just him. It's like 4
I've
episodes.
never seen that man.
17 years ago.
Damn.
Oh, look,
I was out there playing with my doll still.
Here's the
You
thing
know
on
that
here.
man?
Unforgivable, the story of Hodge Stanson. Yeah, I'm going to watch that later.
For real.
Hodge
Send it to me.
Stanson, you need to be on the pod, bro.
Yeah, come through, man.
We need some unforgivable stuff.
This motherfucker, like, anytime I was feeling down, I'd turn on some Unforgivable shit,
Man.
and that shit would have me rolling.
Rolling. And it was like multiple times. You just watch it over and over again and still die at the same joke.
Yeah, that shit
I
was.
think some of that shit, like, if that shit was like in the TikTok era and shit, like, if we had the TikTok era back then, and
Oh,
that
bro.
type of shit came out, oh man, that
We
shit.
would probably be famous, low key, if we had that shit.
Yeah.
It feels
people
like
was
he
just
gives
before
more
their time.
Vine. From what y'all are saying, his quotes and stuff, he probably would have did good on Vine.
Oh, he would have done
Yeah.
amazing on Vine.
I miss Vine. Vine was hilarious.
Yeah.
TikTok is weird.
I almost feel like it's the same thing.
It's the same thing, but I feel like
I feel-
Vine was more just based on the comedy
Yeah.
and stuff. Now TikTok is more like the Google of Vine.
Yeah.
Where you get anything and everything.
I think Vine
fair.
was still like a place for viral moments. TikTok is more of a creator influencer ran thing at this point.
That's probably fair too.
I think that's kind of something I miss about the internet is like how viral videos would happen on YouTube and Vine versus today you get 45 million views. Shoot, I got 45 million views on a video once, and it's like it don't really mean nothing. It's not funny, and well, not that it's not funny. It's more like it's not as rare. You know, you gonna scroll and find 6 other videos that are just as funny.
Yeah, and that's what I was about to say. I think it's probably the reason I probably feel that way is because of the progression of the internet too. Like when social media first became a thing, it was way more pure. You could talk about Bruno Mars and it'd be nothing.
You talk about a lot of shit and not be nothing.
What did I say about Bruno Mars? I'm gonna bleep it out, but I said something crazy about Bruno Mars. I'm gonna go
It's
find
his
it.
birthday, and he probably getting piped down by some man or something like
Yeah,
that.
I said something crazy, and I found it and deleted it. And I sent it to him in the group chat. Or I was like, it's Bruno Mars' birthday. He probably somewhere getting pounded by some big buff bald guy because we all know he's gay.
Pause.
Yeah, and that's what I said. I said, first off, that's mad gay for me to even say that. Second off, I did a lot of clown shit on the internet in my youth. When I go back and see it, I literally hate how I was. But like, yeah, that's mad gay. Like, why was that even on my mind? Well, super pause. I know why it was on my mind. It's because of that Tyler the Creator verse. But yeah, because when he said that shit, Bruno Mars is still sucking dick and fucking male butts in the same closet that Tyler Perry gets clothes from. I remember when he said it, I was like, finally, somebody else thinks he's gay.
I'd be shocked when I listened to Tyler the Creator and his old stuff because I really became a fan during Flower Boy. So when I be going back, I'm like, oh,
You did? You wasn't around for Goblin?
I was not around for Goblin.
Bastard? Wolf?
Wolf was that one.
That's crazy.
So when it be coming up, I'm like, oh my God,
She,
this man is
she
sick.
is like the craziest.
And it's
like,
a beautiful song.
It's like a crazy like song, like, but that shit is gold.
Yeah. I kind of missed that Tyler the Creator. Like, I don't think I appreciated him because I really didn't like him at first.
Same.
But like not like now in my head when I go back and just think about everything, I'm like, nah, he was what he was back then and what he became now. Like it's almost just like I could see it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I almost still feel like he's the same dude. He's just not as aggressive as he was.
Yeah.
Like he's older and more in
Loiter
control of
Squad
himself.
was crazy.
Loiter Squad was funny
Lord
too.
God was crazy.
Loiter Squad was crazy.
But just when I think of songs like Radicals, Kill People, Burn Shit, Fuck School. Or even, what was that line he said where he had a threesome because the girl was pregnant?
That's a wild line.
Yeah, like he said a lot of crazy stuff.
He has. He really has.
I think I couldn't listen to him once he was like, that nigga Jesus called me and I told him to stop bitching. That's when I was like, yeah, fam, I don't think I should be listening to this. I was like, your beliefs is your beliefs, but that's a little too far for me. I'm like, I can't even put that energy in the air. But I think that's why I like Wolf, because like I feel like that was when he like woke up and was just like, more accountable for his stuff. When I listen to songs like Answer and like Awkward, where like it was actually feelings in there, other than being mad and just saying crazy shit.
I could see that. I felt like, I don't know. I think when it's all said and done, his career we'll look at it and be like, it'll be like a triumphant story.
My mom over here throwing up gang signs.
With her Pomeranians. Is that Saint?
Yeah, that's my baby boy.
Oh, I'm gonna have to come over.
My baby boy. Yeah, we can be out of here. Osiguy gotta go. Anybody got any last thoughts?
No, I'm good.
I like money. If you got money, give it to me. If not, shut the fuck up.
All right, I guess that's it. Man.
Yeah, like I don't know what he talking about. Hey, give him some money. Yeah, we can be out of here.